Welcome back, sir. That's it, guys. Times like this, words just fail you.
Yeah.
Words just fail you.
I mean, us staying on Amodu Shuaibu Amodu, absolute Nigerian legend in terms of coaching. I mean, I first got to know about him when he was coach of BCC Lions of Boko. I mean, that name, that particular club used to strike. It was very terrifying, name BCC Lions of Boko. He had this, ring about it, that scared opponents then, and he actually, led them to the FA Cup title twice, when the FA Cup was really prestigious. So that's when I got to know Amodu Shuaibu, and obviously we all know what it's gone to do with Nigeria. I remember the Korea-Japan 2002 World Cup qualifiers. Then the Battle of Omdurman. I remember that game vividly, against all odds, led by Amodu Shuaibu, Stephen Keshi. They went to Sudan to get a 4-0 win. I remember that game, and that game has stuck in my mind forever. So when it passed, that was the game I remember straight away. I mean, that game, really, showed what a good coach he was, and it's just unfortunate that he's had to go out this way, especially when he still has a lot, to offer Nigerian football.
So much, a lot, so
memories,
much.
Cecilia, a lot of memories. I remember Nigeria, Mozambique in Abuja. Very tense game it was that Obina suffered. Eventually scored the only goal. I remember him, he was just looking. He kept on, telling the bench, we're going to win. We'll win this game. We're monitoring what was happening in Tunisia. Tunisia already scored. They were leading the group. We needed to win Mozambique. He was so calm. He was saying, you guys relax. We are winning this game. And then Obina Suffolk came on and then came from the bench and then scored that goal. I was at the back of the Super Eagles goal post, and I could see the bench, how happy everyone was. And
I think it's just his calmness, his level of confidence and all. Even no matter how pressured, even we watching the game from the press stand, screaming and shouting, you just see him, on the sideline, just calm, just thinking, well calculated and all. We've lost someone who is very, very dear to all of us, and of course, Nigerian football is in mourning right now, losing two great coaches in the space of 1 week, and our hearts are with Nigerian Football Federation, how they can be able to bounce back from this and just move on, because this is not going to be an easy thing. We talked about the background report also. Of course, we just take a look at that background report. How it started with Nigeria. First, he came into back 36,
Very young, quite young for a coach.
To start with the Super Eagles.
Never say no, never say die. He has this can-do spirit. And each time you are going to go to a match with him, he believes he is going to come out victorious. He will never waver.
That was the voice of Coach Amodu Shuaibu. He was paying tribute to his late friend and colleague Stephen Keshi.
There's no football here.
3 days after, he passed away. Born April 1958, Amodu Shuaibu took charge of the Super Eagles for the first time in 1994 at the age of 36. The Okpela-born tactician returned to take charge of the team in 1999, 2001 to 2002, and 2008 to 2010.
Best moment of the game, arguably, for Shuaibu Amodu.
He qualified the Super Eagles for the FIFA World Cup in 2002 and 2010, but did not lead the team to the finals.
The fact that it happened again means that it may still happen again. We as a nation must ask ourselves, what do we want for ourselves?
Amodu's coaching exploits was felt in club football after he led BCC Lions of Boko to win the Nigeria FA Cup in 1989, making it the first time a team from northern Nigeria would triumph in the competition in 36 years. When he left BCC Lions, Amodu led El Kanemi Warriors to win the FA Cup. Till date, he remains the most decorated coach in Nigeria FA Cup history, having won it in 1989, 1992, 93, and 94.
His death is a loss to the nation. My condolences to his family, who we all miss his wealth of experience.
One of the things I will always remember, very important, is just that it brings forth one of the best players, and his record so far for me is one of the best as well.
It's indeed a period of grief for the Nigerian football family. The prayer is that all the sweet memories Amodu left behind will bring some comfort. Austin Okonakpan, Channels Television News.
We can only pray that the sweet memories Shuaibu Amodu left behind will bring some comfort. That's the only prayer. Like when we remember the things he has done for football in Nigeria, we just say that the future will be good for the country's football.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, the future will be very, very good and very, very bright. And all those who have actually worked with him, those he has taught the job, all of them can actually live up. Some of Nigerian Nigerian Football League coaches were actually talking about the fact that, you know, when he did the CAF license coaching course and all that, he was one of those who actually came to present the paper. You know, the way he came in, you know, what he told them and all that. Manu Garba even had to suspend, you know, the training screening for the under 17 and all that, because he actually remembered, no, those things he have actually taught most of them. Most of them actually learned a whole lot, you know, from him.
They didn't just learn. Some other persons played under him. Tijani Babangida, you remember him, former Super Eagles player. He joins us now on the program. He played under coach Amodu Shuaibu. Good morning, TJ, and welcome to the program.
Yes, good morning also.
Good to have you join us. Just last week, Wednesday, you were paying tribute to late coach Stephen Keshi. On Saturday, Amodu Shuaibu left. How did this get to you? What's going on?
Really, you see, it's just a wake-up call in the morning again around 6 o'clock when I think former Secretary NSF Sani Choro called me and just telling me that Shuaibu Amodu is dead. It's just a shock, you know. It becomes a big shock, just like the way we received the death of Keshi. And of course, it's life. But we feel really, really, really sorry for what had happened. It was a really, really sad week for all Nigerians, all football lovers.
Yeah, you played under coach Amodu Shuaibu. I remember in 2002. What sort of a coach was he?
You see, Amodu is, we are always used with the white coaches because we have Clement Weishoff, we have Trozier, we have Bomfrey, all these coaches because we respect them. So we are thinking that all the other home-based coaches don't have that respect at the white ones. But when Amodu comes, we find out we can work very easily with Amodu. You see that Amodu is always a firefighter because always we find Amodu when there is a problem. Because I remember during the Olympic time, when we were in America, Nigeria having a big problem with Bomfrey Joe, it was Shuaibu Amodu that he sent. Even Bomfrey is not taken on to the Olympics. And you see what happened also when they sacked him. It was Amodu that comes. So Amodu is one coach that we trust. Is one coach that he knows how to use his own players because most of the players play under him even in Nigeria before they left to Europe. And I can assure you, is one coach that never asks you for one penny. And that is the respect he gets from us.
Now, for you, Tijani, you must definitely have a personal relationship with him while playing with him as a coach. So what are those fond memories you can always remember him for?
Well, I can always remember him because Amodu always, when we went to, more especially when we went to Mali, he is the tense guy when he has to play because he is the person who don't want to lose and he hates losing. So you find out that whenever we have a very big top match, Amodu is already always very, very in a high tense. And he will come to our room one by one and he asks us, how do we see this game? I will tell him, me and Garbala were at the same room. I will tell him, coach, please go back to your room. We are going to do it for you. We promise you. He tell me, please. I will tell you, coach, just go back. And one good thing with Amodu is, whenever I come to camp or any player, he will ask you how your fitness, how you can. I tell him one match we play against Liberia. I tell him, coach, I'm not fit enough because I wasn't playing in my team. He said, Baba, I have to use you in this match. He tell the whole team, play Baba always up front and don't come back. He tell always to cover me up. So it's a man that before you know anything, within 15 minutes, he takes the best out of me in that match. And we even scored where I did Kanu and Pula where he scores. So Amodu is somebody that always when you remember him because of the tactical changes he always uses in his game or the advice he always gives us, we have a very, very big respect. I can assure you that he's one of my best coaches I work under.
Thank you so much, Tijani Babangida, for speaking to us on the program. Thank you. Guys, listening to Tijan Babangida, Amodu Shuaibu was a motivator. Saying you can do it, go do it. The can-do ability of a coach to tell a player, look, I don't care what you think you're going through. I'm telling you that you can do it.
I just imagine him having to go into the rooms in the night, one after the other.
That's a father.
I mean,
it just goes to show you that it wasn't just a coach; it was a manager as well. So you have to manage. These guys, these are not products. They're human beings as well. So you have to manage them properly to get the best out of them. And he also used the words firefighter as well. So I mean, we can count how many times he's been called upon, like you said, to go and rescue.
The last time I saw
situations for the country.
I said, Coach 911. That's what I call him. Coach 911. He laughed. Yeah, I remember. I remember the Joseph Yobo testimony in Lagos. That was the last time I saw him. And then I called him that I was at Okpekpe. Is he going to come around? He said, he has something else he's doing. That was the last time I saw him here in Lagos. I said, Coach 911, you didn't take our call this time. When we called you that you should call me rescue after Sunday only. And he was laughing. He said, Coach, I've tried. And you never just know. Even on Wednesday, the way he was talking was so full of life.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, my goodness.
It's just one of those things. You just be wondering. You don't even know when it's going to happen. So I think
trying to come to terms with
just be ready, when it happens and everything. Wow. It's just such a shame.
Apart from coaching all those big clubs in Nigeria, I remember he went to South Africa as well. So, one of the few Nigerian coaches has actually, didn't sit down waiting for, freebies. He's gone out there to prove himself. He's come back home, to take on the national team jobs at different times in his career. So I believe he's inspired a lot of young coaches, over the years to believe in themselves and, believe how they can actually manage at the very top level of football.
And for our country to also believe in our coaches. In that report, when he was told to leave after qualifying us for the 2010 World Cup in South Africa, you heard him say, for it to happen once and happen again, it means it will happen for another time.
I mean, it happened twice. Incredible stuff,
so
right?
He's saying it's going to happen again. So